Hey everybody, welcome to my cooking tutorial about how to make confetti scrambled eggs. I know what you're thinking. This is not Splatoon, Minecraft, Roblox. Look, first of all, one of those I don't even play. Second of all, this is a pan. Third of all, there's no third of all. We're gonna be making confetti scrambled eggs. What are confetti scrambled eggs? It's scrambled eggs with a bunch of stuff in it. What's actually in it so you can prepare it along with me at home? You don't get to know until the very end. Because if you knew at the beginning, you might just stop watching the video, and I gotta maximize that AdSense revenue somehow. So, you'll find out what's in this dish procedurally through this video, or alternatively, you could look at my ingredients list pictured right here deliciously. The red cups are not included in the ingredients, nor is the toaster oven. The table is not included. I mixed you up, you thought for a second. No, but this butter, this milk, this tomato, this ham, it's all going in. Especially the eggs. Those are especially important for making scrambled eggs. Okay. First you need your bowl that has a handle. Alright, we're gonna take the spatula. Gonna put it right there for a second. Alright. I don't recommend doing anything as violently as I'm doing it here. This is also teetering. Let's not put it there. We're gonna need a paper towel. Just hold on, look, I've almost had this entire preparation prepped. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is we need a butter. We need butter. We need the butter flowing throughout that pan. Gonna make it nice and tasty. Alright. You guys ready for this? You guys ready for this? This is a master's routine. Don't even bring out the cutting board. Take the knife, get right in there. Get a little bit of butter. Drop that in. It's beautiful. Now wash off that knife. Hold on. Got a little bit of butter still on it. Just scrape that. Beautiful. Alright. Wash that knife right off. Bam. Alright. Beat the devil out of it. Alright, it's gotta beat the devil right out of it. Pro tip, you guys ready for a cooking pro tip? After you are done the usage of an item, put it right back in there. Helps your cleanup in the long run. Next, we're gonna open up the eggs. We're gonna move this tomato, it's in the way. Alright, you're gonna open up these eggs with one hand, as only a master can do, of the cooking dry. Here we go, boys. We're gonna take 3 eggs, not at once. That's actually insane. We're gonna crack these things. I don't have anything to stabilize this guy, so we're just gonna really go for it here. You're just gonna, hold on. Oh, this is gonna be really hard with one hand. But we are a master at this. Hold on. It's almost out. Come on. Breathe. Breathe. We have done it. We have done it. I'm just gonna toss this in here. This melting, bleeding egg. Alright, wash off our hand. We got two more of those to do, baby. There we go, baby. Alright, take one of these guys, ready? Just give it a, hold on, move this over. Give it a good old smack. Then you separate it. Look at that. I actually looked like I knew what I was doing for a second there. That actually looked impressive. Yo, run that back a couple times with some good dramatic music.
I hear your heartbeat to the beat of the drums.
There we go. Next up, another egg. That's right, boys. The 3-egg mix-up. Bring it over. Ready? 3, 2, 1, mix-up. That's a mix-up right there. That's to mess you up. Bam! The egg didn't know what was gonna happen. That was a true mix-up. We wanted to make sure the egg was on its edge. Eggs have no edges. That's a fun fact. We wanted to make sure the egg was on edge. We wanted to make sure it didn't know when it was going to be broken. That's how you make sure the eggs are going to taste real good in the end. Alright, now we got 3 eggs in there. Can you guess what we're going to do next? We're going to scramble those things. Alright, boys, I had to cut there just to make sure that I do indeed have the correct amount of time in this video. I don't believe my phone has enough memory to store this entire recording. This is probably going to be a 20-minute endeavor. I will probably cut it down, but I want to make sure you guys get the full experience here. Alright, I figured this is like decently scrambled. Now, we're going to do something I don't recommend for the light of heart. I'm going to take some milk. How much milk? Right about, ready? Right about that much milk. A little bit more. Why are we adding milk? I don't know. It makes me feel fancy. I'm just saying, man, whenever you go cooking, whenever you do anything, add adding a little bit of milk makes you feel fancy. Maybe even if you're not cooking. Just if you are just wanting to feel fancy, drink a little bit of milk. If you want to feel very fancy, pour a little bit of milk on yourself. You'll feel very fancy in the long run. All right, next up, we gotta bring in our good wooden paddle. Now I know what you're thinking. How are we gonna cut this up and put it in there? Now you're just an idiot. Because what we're gonna do, we're gonna put a hot dog in there. That's right, but not an entire hot dog. Just an entire hot dog that's been cut up. Witness as I remove it from its house, from its casing, from its protective shelter into the real world. Watch this, take this hot dog, watch this. You're not even gonna recognize it in this second. Bam, cut that up, cut that up, cut that up. What I like to do when I cut hot dogs, I like to place my knife into the hot dog and then do this little flick, this little wrist flick motion. I got this from being a pro Splatoon player. This little wrist flick, same formula for if you're playing a charger. Same formula. This is why I'm the best E-leader main in Smash 4. Wait a minute, hold on, wrong game. Oh no! That's okay, that's a casualty. Casualty of war. It happens every so often. Cooking is not a safe process. In it goes with the shell. Cooking is not, you know, you just witnessed the raw footage of a death. I'm sorry. We might have to put this up on Live Leak now. I'm not sure if it'll be accepted on YouTube. Alright, now we're gonna clear off our sausage to the side. Now, I'm gonna take a tomato. First, I'm gonna blow my nose. I'm sorry, I'm sniffling. Alright, welcome back, recruits. I won't lie, as well as blowing my nose, I also did a couple extra steps. First of all, I washed my hands after I blew my nose, because that'd be gross if it didn't. Next, I have already washed and cleaned this knife. I beat the devil out of it a couple more times, just for fun. You know, the devil really doesn't deserve it. Then, I, as you can see, have gutted the head. I've removed the head of the tomato, the official term. I've also washed it. I've drowned it. I've waterboarded it. Very important. Always waterboard your tomatoes. All right, next up is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna cut this baby in half. This is not safe practice. Always use 2 hands when cutting tomatoes. I'm not even kidding. I'm just a trained professional. Oh no! Oh my god! Well, look. The tomato, like I said, this is definitely not a PG act of what we're doing here. This is definitely not, for the light of heart. Cooking is a tough act, not for the light of heart. We'll probably get demonetized on YouTube. So here we go. As you can see, we now have 2 halves of a tomato. One's a little bit higher than another, no problem. We're gonna be using this half. Now I know what you're thinking. We're gonna be using this half for the dish. What do we do with this half? That is my gift to you. A free snack. This is actually a well-crafted German dish. As you can see right here, it's like a soup. It's like a beautiful soup. It's nature's bounty right here. This is a free snack. It's not listed in the title. I know the title was like how to make confetti eggs or cooking with Failboat or something stupid like that. But this is an extra dish. I'm just gonna dig into this right now, honestly. Delicious. A free snack. Alright, recruits, we've done it. Now I know what you're thinking. Daniel, where'd the tomato go? Right there. This is all the tomato. I know it's unrecognizable now. You guys have probably never even seen what the inside of a tomato looks like. But for a seasoned veteran like me, this is just another day on the job. We're gonna remove the head of it, thus removing the core intelligence of the tomato and eliminating it fully. Now, this is actually another job I probably need to do with 2 hands. We're gonna have to pretty much scrape this into the frying pan. I know you guys probably forgot about the eggs in there. That's the mix-up I'm bringing with you today. Sorry, that's the tomato talking back. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need 2 hands for this. I'll be right back. In a second, this is gonna be like an absolute mess. Alright, boys, we've done it. We've done it. The eggs are in the basket, as an army person would probably say. But no, in this case, tomatoes are now in the pan. Anyway, and also the hot dog, I can't leave this out. Anyway, I know what you're thinking. This looks like a mess. This is awful. Daniel, leave it alone. Are we finally cooking the eggs yet? Are we finally preparing? No. No. We're gonna open up this wildflower honey ham. We want the wildflower, alright? If you see something that says cauliflower honey ham, that's the weak stuff. Don't go for that. Doesn't give the same punch. Oh, I've actually ripped it. I've ruined this packaging. These, I will have to like bag these later in order to keep the freshness. That's okay. I gotta hand it to it. It's really tough to get out. There we go. What we're gonna do now We're gonna take out one slice of ham. Just one slice. Now I know what you're thinking. Daniel, there's so much more ham in there. Don't let that all go to waste. Don't worry. There's a great invention called a refrigerator and a resealable package. Bam, watch this, watch this. Watch this, it's gonna be hard if the camera doesn't point at it. Watch this. Bam, it's been resealed. Reusable, easy to do. Just like that, we're gonna put it right back in the fridge in a second, but first of all, we gotta tear up this ham. All right, now this ham, it's done nothing wrong, but we gotta do it to it. We gotta do it to it. I apologize to the ham and to anyone who's watching this that is ham. I mean no disrespect to you, but man, you are delicious. Just my gift to you, my beautiful audience. Bam, bam, ham. I actually created that expression on the spot. I know it sounds very professional, but no, that is an expression I created just now, this second. Bam, bam, ham. The name of my new book. Alright, the new cookbook I'm going to be producing after this video. So next week, I'm going to take this towel, just tuck it in there for a second. Now, here's the thing. I personally am going to put down my phone. One second. I'm going to keep talking, sorry. Wow. Ah, just gotta tear this open. Perfect. Perfect. Now, we're gonna get this to hand treatment. Well, that's okay, we're gonna take some cheese, right? Alright, this cheese is gonna be pretty important to this ingredient. Now, I like Muenster cheese. It's just really good. It's just really good. Now, Swiss, it's alright. Cheddar, it's alright. Muenster, that's what we do. We only pick the wildest ingredients, man. We got wild ham and monster cheese. These are gonna be some good eggs. Bam! Look at that. Cheese done. Wash our hand off. Perfect. Perfect. Beat the devil out of it. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. So wash our hand real fast with a towel. I guess it's not washing at that point, it's just called drying. You know, if you want to use complex terms. We're gonna take this cheese. Now this is the important part. This is what you have to do. No, look, outside of every joke, real talk. Cleaning up after yourself in a kitchen. Very important. Don't leave a mess. If you do, bad times. I'm saying this is someone who now lives on his own and doesn't... Ah, beautiful. And has to clean up after everything he does. Take this Muenster, put it right back in there. Tame the Muenster. Alright, we have now assembled our Avengers of food here. Now, we're gonna take our spatula real fast, give it a little bit of a last mix up before the final butchering, before we really turn the heat up on this dish. Quite literally. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. There have been some casualties in this process. I'm feeling pretty solid about this. Alright, now we're gonna turn up this guy. We're gonna push in, spin it. I'm gonna put it at 7. I'll put it at 8. Don't want to waste your guys' time here. Then, the cooking process begins. Now we gotta be fast. We gotta be fast. We gotta be active, and we gotta be moving. And also, I thoroughly recommend doing this with 2 hands, not 1. But I'm gonna make small movements as to not fully move the frying pan. And pray that I don't make an idiot of myself on live camera here, even though it's not live. I can actually edit out all of this. For all you know, I've already messed up this dish like 50 times, and this is the first correct one. This is what we do. This is the speedrun strat. This is the tickle. I call this one the tickle. Right? Just do a little bit on the inside. This is the scrape. This is the scrape. You gotta hit the edges. That egg is gonna start to move, like, grab on, leech on to the side of your pan here. You just gotta give it the scrape. Give it the tickle. Give it a little mix, give it the scrape. This is the bottom of scrape. Now we give it the side scrape, give it a tickle. Now give it the mix. Give it the mix. Give it the scramble. These are scrambled eggs after all. It would be a sin if we weren't able to like give it a proper scramble. Alright? You can see the heat's really starting to be turned up and the pan is really starting to be moved a little bit. We're just gonna move it back. Not with 2 hands, but with 1 hand, because we're actually very stupid and I really don't recommend trying that at home. Use 2 hands. Don't record this for YouTube like a stupid person. If you don't watch a cooking video to the end, I mean, what are you doing? You know, you're doing something wrong, frankly. If you don't click on every ad you see in a cooking video, you're probably doing something wrong, frankly. Because they're probably selling you some pretty good stuff. Like, eggs. Eggs are useful, man. Eggs are the best thing. Alright, now we're getting into the real heat of it. Now we're getting into the real heat of it. As you can see, we're starting to see some solidation by the eggs on the side of the pan. You can see it right there. That's the good stuff. That's important. That's how we know we're really moving along in life here. We gotta bring out more scrapes, less tickles. More scrapes, less tickles is again the name of my new book coming out. Very soon, coming out very soon, of course. Inside the TNT collection here. And move that back to the middle. Give them more of a tickle. We haven't done a lot. Now I know what you're thinking. How did we get from over there to over there? Well, like how I said before, my phone ran out of memory and stuff. It could run out of memory. It ran out of memory. I actually had to delete some videos in order to get this here, this plate to you, presented to you. Now I know what you're thinking. It's done. It's done. It's on the plate. It's not done yet. We gotta spice it up. We gotta throw some elegant spices on. Give that some salt, some pepper. Now I know what you're thinking. It's done. You're thinking a lot of things today, and it's not all correct. We're opening this up. We're getting the maple syrup. Now I know what you're thinking. What? I know. Actually, no. I take it back. I no longer know what you're thinking. You're probably so blown away that I'm pulling out the maple syrup. You guys have no idea what's up. Bam. We open up that maple syrup, and guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna pour it right on. Pour it right on. Get a good amount of maple syrup right there. Hold on. Just gotta get a better grip on it. 1 second. There we go. Good amount of maple syrup. Healthy amount. Bam. It's done. It's done. Not sure what I said before. That is how you make confetti scrambled eggs. Look at this dish. Look at this dish. Bam. Look at this nice cinematic shot. Overlay some filters on that and make that look beautiful. My garbage bags in the background. Wow. Bam. And then I actually did end up running out of footage. The eggs were good. Hope you enjoyed watching. Goodbye.